I'm noticing that leveling up takes more than just physical effort. It takes battling demons because the reason we're at a particular level is that psychologically and emotionally we're prepared to be at that level. And in order to go to the next level, we need to battle emotional demons to get there. It's not just about deciding you want to be better and it happens. It's not even about working harder. It's not about spending more time in the office and putting your nose to the grindstone. It's about going inside and finding out what you're afraid of and facing that thing and doing things that directly trigger that fear, and then living with that fear and living through that fear and not backing down and getting to the next level by surviving the thing that you're afraid to put yourself through. Because if you don't do that, you can work in the office your whole life and never get to where you want to go. And I'm not saying you don't have to work hard. You do. You have to grind and push yourself physically to do as much as possible. But also, you need to go inside and face the internal demons, because you could grind away your whole life and never get there. And I think conversely, in order to face the demons, you need to grind. You need to look the demons in the eye, but then you need to actually fight them. And that means doing physical work. As I approach this Thanksgiving holiday, I find myself locked in battle with demons of my own that I'm facing and hopefully will defeat. I don't know if you defeat them, but you get to the next level. It's like a video game. Fear never goes away. I think that you become less afraid of things, or you become afraid of new things. I've been afraid my whole life, and for a lot of my life, I ran from those fears And for the past 8 years, I've been facing those fears. I think one big difference is I'm a lot more aware of my fears now than I used to be. I think before I knew I was afraid, but I didn't know of what. And I also never faced the fear head on. So it was like it was on the periphery. It was out there. It was like I lived in a cave that I had created of my own mind. And the fear was outside that cave, and I knew it was there, so I didn't go outside. And now, basically, since I decided to stop living that way and to face my fears, I have been living outside. I left the cave. And I've gotten better at facing fears. And they're still there. They're just different fears or different levels of the same fears. Which may make you say, well, what's the point of doing it if there's still fears? But I guess it feels better to be doing something about it and fighting the fears than it does to be cowering from them. I think that's a point of life. You have to go at it directly, as opposed to letting it beat you down, because it will beat you down if you let it. Life is like a never-ending stream. It's like standing under a waterfall. It never stops. It just keeps coming. And if you cower in front of it, it doesn't make the stream any less bad. It actually makes it stronger, because you're not pushing back against it. But if you stand up and push into it and fight it, at least you've got a chance. I find the same thing in jiu-jitsu. If I'm going against somebody better than me, even against somebody a lot better than me, the temptation is to always be on the defensive, because they're always on the offensive. But if I can switch my mindset and put myself on the offensive, that makes them work harder. They're still going to beat me, but they have to work harder to do it. It's like a paradoxical type of thing, but it is a real thing. And if you can master it, you'll be better in life.